Hi, thank you for a really, really engaging and interesting conversation and presentation. And my question is somewhat two-part. We know that our country is kind of founded on protest. We have a history of protest. How do you see our current environment as being any different from what has happened in the past?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think you're right. I think student activism and underlying that, giving our students space to figure out their opinions and their beliefs and to express them, even if they're not always fully formed, right? Or if they're maybe more emphatic than they could be later in life. That has been a fundamental truth of American higher education. We have a long history of supporting that. And we also have a long history of not doing that well. And I think both of those parallel to our current moment. We have been absolutely imperfect in how we both support freedom of expression and activism on our campuses and in how we draw the line and draw boundaries and say, this is too much. I think the big difference that I've seen over the last 16 months or so since October 7th is that for the first time, the issues that many of our students and faculty and staff have been protesting on our college campuses, we've often aimed our ire at administrators on campus before, but they're sort of this nameless, faceless, protected class. And oftentimes we've been upset about things that have been happening globally. We've been protesting the draft, right, in the early 70s and all kinds of stuff. For the first time, there's been a constituency on our campuses that all of the anger and resentment was aimed toward them, or they felt that it was aimed toward them. And so it really ripped apart many student bodies and many faculty bodies as well. And I think we didn't know how to handle that really well. And I think we're still figuring out how to protect free speech and to encourage the critical and creative thinking and care about our environment and our world and our people that is happening on college campuses, and also protect those on our campuses that don't feel the same way or who may feel threatened in that. So that is a work in progress, and it is not helped, I think, by the weaponization of our mistakes against us. I think we have to acknowledge that we have made mistakes at times, but those have been and are being weaponized in ways that I think are beyond punishing our mistakes and more about tearing down those 5 foundational pillars. So we have to be aware of when we're fighting back, what are we fighting for, and what are we trying to protect, and it's nuanced and difficult.